He lived through the pogroms, World War I and World War II, communism and Stalinism. He escaped the Nazis in 1941 to settle in the United States, where he could finally find peace. But he never found peace. As a lover of every Jew across the world, the Lubavitcher Rebbe could never feel at peace until all Jews would be at peace. He dedicated his life to bring the coming of Mashiach, when God's presence would be exposed and this world would finally be at peace. This Tuesday marks his 30th Yom Hillula, the 30th anniversary since his physical passing, and yet, in a most remarkable way, his impact and influence on this world is greater, deeper, and broader than ever during his lifetime. In the Pasha this week, we read how Korach challenges the very first Rebbe ever, none other than Moses himself. If I could paraphrase, I would say Korach's challenge was the following: who needs a Rebbe? Every Jew is holy. Every Jew is naturally connected to God. So who needs a Rebbe like Moses? What's your function and what separates you from everyone else in the community? Said Korach. 10 years ago, a book about the life of the Lubavitcher Rebbe was published called Rebbe. The book is a great read for anyone trying to learn about our Jewish leader. A friend of mine who isn't too religious was gifted the book by a colleague shliach of mine from across the country. A few weeks later, when I was speaking to my friend, he excitedly told me that he read the book and he loved it. It was most fascinating. The life of the Rebbe was just so remarkable. He was such a special person. A few weeks after that, I met my colleague from across the country who had gifted the book, and I mentioned to him how impressed our mutual friend was. I repeated to him some of the nice compliments he had for the book and how it gave him an appreciation for who the Rebbe was. My colleague looked at me and he said, "Tell him the book is missing one key component, and that is that the Rebbe is a godly man. Like Moses, he was infused with a special godly soul." Many times you hear the expression, "What are you worth?" or "How much is someone else worth?" Instinctively, we think to respond in terms of money. But of course, that's incorrect. For one's worth is far more than just how much money you have. So how much are you really worth? What are you really capable of? Well, we're all different. We've all been gifted from above, different gifts and talents. Are you aware of what you have and what you're capable of, or are you not? Most of us have a certain self-image that's been created by us or for us that sells us short. We all have so much more to give this world, but we don't know what or where. We feel stuck and in the dark on how to proceed. This is what a Rebbe is. A Rebbe is someone who introduces you to you. A Rebbe is a teacher, a Rebbe is a guide, a Rebbe is an illuminator. Korach was correct. We do all have a special and unique connection with Almighty God. But that's not a reason to eliminate Moses. That's precisely why we have to have a Moses. We all need someone to bring out the best from within us. We all need the light turned on in the room so we can see our way out without harm. We all need someone to believe in us and to help us believe in ourselves. A Rebbe doesn't connect us to God. He makes us aware of and nourishes our already existing connection. The Lubavitcher Rebbe's belief in each and every one of us cannot be overstated. The job which he set out to accomplish remains unfinished business, which he has passed on to us to bring across the finish line. God's presence revealed and tangible on this earth, nothing less. You could do it, he said. He believes in us. Now we need to live up to our own potential. So as we observe this 30th Yom Hillula, this Monday night and Tuesday, let us resolve to live a little bit more soulful, a little bit more in accordance with who we really are, and not settle. Let's not sell ourselves short to anyone, including ourselves. I wish you a meaningful Shabbos.